Have you ever looked up at the night sky and seen that bright silvery orb hanging there? That's the moon. For all of human history, it has been a beacon of wonder, a source of myth, and a distant, untouchable world. We've written poems about it, sung songs to it, and dreamed of visiting it. But what if we did more than just visit? What if we stayed? Imagine waking up not to a blue sky, but to a vast, black canvas glittering with the unblinking light of distant stars. Our first and most important task on the moon would be to build a shelter. This wouldn't be a house of wood or brick. Tiny, fast-moving rocks called micrometeorites constantly bombard the surface, and without our thick atmosphere, deadly cosmic radiation would be a constant threat. Giant three-dimensional printers could be sent from Earth, using the regolith as ink to print sturdy, dome-like structures. These buried domes would then provide natural shielding. Inside these buried domes, life would begin. On the moon, there is no air. We would have to make our own through a process called electrolysis, using electricity generated by vast solar panel arrays. Robotic rovers would be our water prospectors, venturing into dark, frigid craters to mine the ice, which would then be transported back to the base. The moon's gravity is only about 1/6 as strong as Earth's. Every step would be a gentle, floating bound. You could jump 6 times higher, leap across rooms, and lift objects that would be impossibly heavy back on Earth. Imagine a basketball game where players could soar through the air for epic slam dunks that last for seconds. New sports would surely be invented, designed specifically for the lunar environment, played across vast, open indoor arenas. Without Earth's constant pull, our muscles would start to waste away and our bones would lose their density. This is a serious health risk. Every lunar resident would have to follow a strict exercise regimen. Daily workouts would not be optional. They would be a medical necessity. We would need geologists to study the moon's rocks, searching for valuable resources and uncovering the secrets of our solar system's past. We'd need engineers to maintain the life support systems, the power grids, and the rovers that expand the base. We would need doctors and nurses who specialize in low-gravity medicine, understanding how the human body adapts to this new environment. We'd need botanists and agricultural specialists to run the hydroponic farms, ensuring a steady food supply. The moon is a prime location for astronomy. With no atmosphere to blur the view, telescopes could gaze into the cosmos with unparalleled clarity. Tourism could become a major industry, with lunar guides leading visitors from Earth on carefully planned excursions to see historic sites. For a child born there, the moon wouldn't be a strange new world. It would simply be home. Their entire existence would be shaped by the silent silver landscape outside their window, a reality vastly different from the stories told of Earth. They would never have known the feeling of full Earth gravity, the sight of a blue sky, or the smell of rain. Their normal would be the constant, gentle pull of 1/6 G and the unchanging, star-filled blackness above. Their science classes would be extraordinary. Geology wouldn't be just in a textbook. It would be right outside. A subject they could study with robotic probes they control themselves. A biology lesson might take place in the hydroponics bay, where students learn firsthand how to grow the food they will later eat. They would understand the delicate balance of a closed-loop ecosystem, because their very survival depends on it. These children would grow up in a relatively small enclosed community. Their social circle would be limited to the few hundred or few thousand people in the colony, creating an intense, interconnected social fabric where everyone knows everyone else. Gazing up at the distant, blue marble of Earth, would they feel a sense of loss for a world they've never known? Or would they feel a special pioneering pride in being the first true generation of lunarians? A lunar day is not 24 hours long. From one sunrise to the next, it takes about 29.5 Earth days. This means 2 weeks of continuous sunlight. During the long lunar day, the sun would beat down with no atmosphere to filter its harsh rays, heating the surface to a blistering 120 degrees Celsius, an environment of extreme thermal stress. During the 2-week day, these vast solar farms would have to gather enough energy not only to power the base, but also to charge massive batteries for the long night ahead. The entire settlement would be in a race against time, collecting sunlight while it can. Life would be bright, busy, and lived almost entirely on the surface. Then, the sun would set. The terminator, the line between day and night, would slowly crawl across the landscape, plunging the world into a profound and chilling darkness. For the next 2 weeks, the temperature would plummet to minus 173 degrees Celsius. Life would retreat entirely underground, sustained by stored power. The heart of the lunar food system would be the hydroponic and aeroponic farms. Plants would be grown indoors under powerful LED lights, with their roots suspended in nutrient-rich water or mist. Your diet would likely consist of staples like lettuce, spinach, radishes, tomatoes, bell peppers, soybeans, potatoes, and wheat. For protein, lunar settlers might turn to insects, such as crickets or mealworms, which are highly nutritious and require very few resources to farm. Another exciting possibility is lab-grown meat. On the moon, this technology would be revolutionary, providing a source of meat that is clean, safe, and sustainable. Chefs would become creative masters of their limited pantry, developing new recipes that blend familiar tastes with novel ingredients. Food would be more than just sustenance. It would be a source of comfort, a connection to home, and a centerpiece of community life. The shared experience of living on the moon would create an incredibly strong bond among the colonists. Everyone would depend on everyone else for their survival. New holidays, unique to the moon, would surely be created. Perhaps Landing Day, celebrating the anniversary of the first human colony's arrival. Art and music would also flourish, shaped by the lunar environment. Painters would be captivated by the stark beauty of the gray landscapes and the brilliant, star-filled sky. The symbols of this culture would be powerful. The image of the earth in the sky, the footprint in the regolith, the green leaf of a plant growing where nothing should grow. For the first generation of settlers born on Earth, the blue planet would forever be home. A beautiful, distant jewel in the black sky. They would carry memories of crashing oceans, the scent of rain on soil, and the faces of family and friends left behind. For their children, however, the Lunarians born and raised in 1/6 gravity, the perspective is entirely different. Earth is a story from their parents' past. Their home is the moon, with its silent landscapes and star-dusted horizons. This generational divide raises a fundamental question. Would the colony remain a remote outpost of Earth, or evolve into something more? A truly independent society with its own government, unique culture, and its own destiny written in the lunar dust. Humanity would have 2 cradles, 2 distinct civilizations, forever linked by their shared origins, but separated by the vastness of space. Some may choose to return to the familiar comfort of Earth, while others, born with the cosmos in their eyes, will push further out, using the moon as a launch pad for missions to Mars and beyond. The profound truth of living on the moon is that it would change us forever. It would challenge our bodies to adapt to a new environment, inspire our minds with new possibilities, and create a new, distinct branch on the human family tree. The story of our species, once confined to one small world, would finally become a cosmic one. The moon will become a crossroads, and humanity's greatest adventure will have truly begun.